So like I worn this wig without washing the layers once with like only melting spray, and like I'm not in the mood to clean this right now, so you're gonna pretend that you don't know this information, okay? Thank you. Thank God I'm like gifted and resourceful and gorgeous and like talented and good at a lot of things and able to do things myself and cool and like capable and gorgeous and a bombshell and a star in the making, because if not, I don't know how I would be able to handle like now, you know, like the whole now thing. Would not recommend. I don't know, I felt like I had to listen for a second. Sometimes you gotta sit your white ass and listen, you know? Hey, what if I don't glue my hair clips to my face? That would be cool, I think. Yes, I'm doing 2 layers. Yes, I'm just gonna wear this for a couple of hours. Do I give a fuck? Nothing is stable, so might as well like glue my wig properly. My hair, I say to the plastic fibers that I used to veil, so nobody reads my mind. They know my thoughts. They know it all. Who is they, you ask? I'm not telling you in this video. They'll get me. They'll get me. They're out to get me. They're coming to take me away, haha. Hey, what's going on? So I've been doing this thing where my wigs are crooked as shit. Like my part. Moses. That's the end of the sentence, apparently. Last time I wore it, I was trying to do a look and I didn't like it, so I just took it off and went to bed. And I was like, okay, I guess we're not going outside. But today will be the day that I will look pretty. Are you lifting? And if you are, why? Me too, the skinny boy I like. That's a joke. And I don't like boys, I like the decrepit old men. That's not a joke. Sometimes getting ready feels like putting on my human suit. Like I'm LARPing. But it's also fun to do, so. Well, I have my moments. You know that image of like Miyazaki having a mental breakdown? I do also like paint and draw. It's not always enjoyable. I have that experience with makeup too. When I'm out, I don't really speak to people. So I don't know how people perceive my wigs. Like, am I being cloaked, you know? Who knows? I don't know. You know, the whole thing with how much I change my look, it's like sometimes I have to evaluate my decisions. I sat here for like a good 5 minutes being like, can I handle the public reaction of me having white contacts today? I was like, yeah, kind of, bring it on, you know? So we're doing white contacts. We are in the energetic field to have white eyes today. Because I think like blonde bombshell with like red eyeshadow and white eyes is like the vibe for the day, perhaps? I don't know. I just work here. Better? Yes, this was the right choice. I think the band is not gonna last long because I'm getting a tension headache. I tried so hard and got so far. Hey, 10 minutes was enough. Can you not tangle to my fucking hair? Thank you. What did I expect? I need my pen. I found my pen. I'm gonna draw like random ass brush strokes, so it looks like a naturally bushy brow, instead of the falsehood that I bring. I bring falsehood and famine and plagues and locusts, a couple hundred of them. Prince of Egypt, banger of a movie. 10-year-old, wanna experience like the horrors of the Bible, but like in the cuntiest execution possible. Here, have it. Thus say the Lord. I'll be like on walks with like the soundtrack of The Prince of Egypt. That's not... I feel like Groundhog Day, so like I grabbed the correct brush and somebody switched it while it was on my hand. Don't piss me off. Somebody's being a trickster. You know, that's the only explanation. I couldn't just have picked the wrong brush. The FBI created alchemy that dissolves makeup brushes and transforms them in real time the moment that my hand grabs them, just to fuck with me on camera. Hello, I'm back. This time I'm gonna finish my foundation. I said that weird for no reason. I feel like in most YouTube videos, for some reason, like I just do the forehead and then continue down, but then on TikTok I normally like do my base and then do the thing. I feel like in YouTube when I'm in educational mode I'm like, no guys, what if Fallout? But like, what if Fallout, you know? Like, I understand the sentiment, but like not really an issue for me that often. Like, I know my shadows. If you know your shadows and you know they have Fallout, then don't. But like, I know my girls. They do me right. And now we go speedy before it fucking dries. I put my banana powder on a seashell now, because normally I just dump it on my mirror. So instead of dumping it on a mirror, I just dump it on a seashell now. It does the same, but it's cuntier. It's good for the spirit. All of those who haunt me. Like that one. I'm gonna be using blush. But vampires don't have rosy skin. You don't know if like surrounding my castle I have fucking acres of like fucking rose bushes. And like I take your bitch, pick roses for me. And like she fucking carefully dries them and makes me blush with them. Your broke ass could never consider that, could it? No land having ass bitch. No rosebush having ass bitch. That's what I fucking thought. Don't piss me off. Yeah, you can only have succulents on that fucking tiny ass apartment you have. Fuck you. You wish you had my castle. You wish you had my castle. You wish they had the service. You wish you had the hut that I give to my service people in my castle. I remember medieval peasants, they lived better than you. So I understand why you're pissed. Fuck you. Get your bread up. Trying to make bread with no yeast. Flat as hell. I'm gonna contour my cheeks. My frail hands can't open the compact. There. I'm gonna make my nose skinny mini. Today I'm gonna go ham with a nose contour. I don't give a fuck. I have white contacts. Who cares? Who cares about reality and about looking a little bit silly in real life? You know? Today is defying reality, defying gravity. Oh. Editor, auto-tune that. The paths that already exist don't matter to me. I create new paths. I create new fucking neural paths when you see me. Like, I open your third eye just by being pretty and entering places. And you're like, you know what, I was offended. I'm sober, I'm just like this. I wake up and I'm like, how could I inhale more talk? Girls who get clownland together, stay together. I think he'll love me now, but I have 2 powder lines to offer to him. Amen. Can you get the fuck off my face? Won't he do it? Grungy adjacent. That's not real grunge. In the 90s, I would fucking blend it with my fingers and me. Why don't you go and die since you're so fucking old and you're in the internet having strong opinions about my makeup? Nurse, she's out. She's out and she's having opinions about my makeup. Nurse, come get her. I think I need to shut up for a little bit. For I am spewing poison. Because if you're so mad that I... If you're so mad that I classified it as kind of grunge adjacent, what you gonna do, chase me? I use a cane, you're on crutches because you're an old hag. It's gonna be a really fucking entertaining chase to see in the fucking elderly care home that you're at, bitch. In my time, we didn't use foundation. In your time, you didn't have fucking electricity. Don't piss me off. Sometimes it's about confidence. I feel like I'm going too slow, so I'm just gonna push it further. Because I know I'm gonna end up back there like, girl. Okay, I'm gonna use red. Behave. Everything is conspiring against me because I'm simply too hot and too successful. But it's okay, it fuels me. Is it that I will never learn, or is it that I find the state of rage to be enjoyable? More on the next episode. I feel like a cunty little soldier. What war are you fighting, girl? You cannot walk. I can be an archer. I can go pew. Pew pew. I cannot actually, don't. Government. He was a joke. Government. I'm not that ass. I cannot see well. I have BPD. Don't give me a gun. I will turn it towards myself really fucking quick. You know what I fucking dreamt today? You know Aurora, the singing, that looks like a fairy. I really like her. I dreamt that like she was working in a project on my island for some reason, and that I was like working on it for some reason, and that like we bonded a lot, and she was like, you're gonna be my bridesmaid. That's a difficult word. You're gonna be my bridesmaid on this wedding that's happening tomorrow. And I was like, sure. And I picked like very demure clothing, and she was like, no, you must wear this. And it was like an armor with a really comfy breastplate. That was my dream, which is good because I always complain about nightmares on here. I come, I tell you my horrors, I look beautiful, and then I leave, which is like essentially what I do with the men that I see. And since I'm not seeing men anymore because yuck, I just do it with you, you know? I do this thing where I'm beautiful so I can get away with being strange and off-putting, and I'm like, you know, like the visions. I'm like, when you're hot, you can come to a person and be like, and that's what I do to people. And that's where I must remain gorgeous, because like, if not, I would go back to an institution. But since I remain gorgeous, we can... When we are not beautiful, we must keep the visions to ourselves. But gorgeous girls can tell the visions because they're like, oh, whatever. But in a way, it's also like the jester's privilege. As in, the jester can say anything because he's the jester, and nobody really takes him seriously, therefore he can express himself freely with the burden of like not being truly taken seriously. The gorgeous girl can also say anything due to the status of her beauty, but also with the burden of not being truly taken seriously. I'll keep my visions to myself. I had these lashes that I really like how I had cut. Like, I have more of the same model of lashes, but like I had cut them in the way that I like, and I'm not gonna be able to cut them exactly the same, you know? I was just looking at my recent looks to see if I had done something similar in the color scheme, and I've confirmed that I have not. I've moved like the color to the beginning of my eyebrow because I wanted to look more like a bird. Listen, I understand myself. Do you understand yourself? That's what I fucking thought. Maybe you do. You'll need to teach me how to meditate properly. I think I'm decent at it, but I struggle like sometimes with the language around it. So I kind of have to create my own language because it's like, brother, like I don't resonate with the language around meditation most of the time, so I like change it for myself. What I would like to become, whatever. I'm gonna set my eyelid. Bro went to Yapland. I went to Yapland and they had posters of you being like, they're missing the president. I wonder where she is. I have two options. I have infinite options, but one of the options that I'm thinking about is either like green pop of eyeshadow here, or I'm trying to make like a green liner with like scraping shadow. But then if that goes bad, I'm gonna be in a bad mood. And I've had a shitty couple of days and I don't want to be in a bad mood, you know? I'm in a good mood now after being in purgatory for a couple of days. So I'm gonna do a shadow. Sorry for not giving you the chance to explain yourself. I just needed to say it out loud in order to figure out what I wanted to do. So, what color here? Oh no, he's walking away. There's no lines for him to... Anyway, the joke is getting old. And so am I. For this tomfoolery. Yes. I'm just gonna use like a tinted lip balm thingy. Because I feel like this is giving Legolas and I don't want like proper lipstick to ruin it. So this is the look. I'm gonna fuck right off and get free drinks. Bye.